using supervised learning. We are taking the data from the big houses and we are giving training to my computer, to our computer, and making neural networks and deep learning type of algorithms to take the decision by the system. So this will be my agenda for today, and after the presentation I will show there are some smart clothing and some robotic interaction, right, with the healthcare clouds, and why the clouds and is so much important nowadays, not in the healthcare but everywhere. Even you people are listening music using cloud-based applications. Right, so let's start, and I'll start with this data, and this is the data basically which inspires us. This data inspires us that why don't we work on this problem. WHO is saying that WHO is saying it recommends that there should be one doctor for 1,000 patients in a country like India, which is a developing country. Right? So the ratio is 1:1,000, but the scenario is very much pathetic. We have one doctor on 11,082 patients. Don't you feel it is pathetic? It is really pathetic. We have nearly 150 crores and the number of doctors is too much low that the healthcare sector is not able to cope up or not able to give the proper care to the patients. This is the scenario state-wise. Just visualize that the Bihar has one doctor for 28,391, and I'm also here. In fact, it is pertinent to tell you that this one may be a BAMS doctor. I'm not talking about the specialized type of doctor, maybe oncologist, maybe urologist, maybe any other thing. But one doctor on 28,391 people, don't you feel it is pathetic? If I'll come on our overstate, we are 10,181 with one doctor only. Right? So see the situation, it is too pathetic that this gives us challenge that why don't we take this opportunity as a research? You know, the colleges and the seats in our country right now is very much like this, that medical college having MBBS with 462 colleges having only 56,748. So if I'll calculate in the next 4 years or in the next year, 56,748 doctors, specialized doctors, may be coming out from the college, in which I tell you, half of the doctor will not stay in India. They will go abroad. They will go Canada, they will go US, they will go any other country. They are not staying us because this burden. Doctor is not safe. Doctor is not comfortable with many number of patients. We will talk about dental only, then 309 colleges and with 26,790 seats available. With MTH, it is 242 and 6,119. Nursing, 3,123 with 125,764 general nurses are coming. Just take a break and just think that how much rate of the population is increasing in our country. Is it the viable that if as much number of healthcare people are coming out, and will they cater a big chunk of this population of our country? And I'm not talking about my country, our country, but we are talking about the country like Africa. In fact, a lot of Asian country, even of the China, is not in a very good situation. Right. So this inspires the people to come up and use technology. Able to I'm not able to go on the next slide. Okay, yeah, this is. Right, so this is, I have to clear it. Oh, this is the highlights I have seen from the newspapers or the general news websites that artificial intelligence and robotics are coming in our country, and they are taking the charge using with doctors. Right? There are some gadgets like Apple Watch and other smartwatch. They are saving the life by just telling the people that their BP is not adequate. Right? And there are some more modalities which are coming right now. They can be used to check your blood sugar within fraction of a second in your home. Right? So this is what inspired the technology to come here, because of the very, very close, very, very short number of medical people in the many countries. Now, this is the healthcare and chronic disease detection problem. Most of the people don't know they have some issue, they have some problem. They are dying, but they are taking the medicine from a simple pharmaceutical people. How they can give the medicine if they don't know what is the problem? Even from my eyes, I have seen a person dying in a clinic with heart arrest. The doctor was just telling him that why you are not comfortable, why you are pretending. In fact, he was using the word pretending there, and he was under heart arrest and he died. I was an eyewitness of that particular time, and this is not a mistake of doctor. Doctor has to see 100 of people in a day. It's a heavy load. And the social and environmental impact is, it cannot be stopped. The population aging, urbanization, globalization, it's on the high degree now. What the factors to cause chronic disease, it's totally changing nowadays. There may be some changeable factors, there may be some unchangeable factors, right? The unchangeable factors may be it's sometimes insufficient physical exercise, unhealthy eating habits, unstable emotional status, etc. We all are working all night and burning the midnight oil every day. In fact, even we haven't worked, still we are sitting with our mobile phones and we are playing games. This is a changeable factor. But age, gender, heredity, right, and the climate, they are unchangeable factor. It varies, right? It varies. Sometimes it varies in country to country. In fact, that there are some countries where there is too much cold. Every time there will be the temperature below 10 degree, and there are some countries, in fact, some states where the temperature is always more than 30 degree. Then there are some typical chronic diseases like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, tumors, this whatever. Actually, I'm not the man of medical, so probably I may pronounce something wrong. Please forgive me for that. Right. So then obesity, then chronic respiratory disease. Right. So these are some issues which, if will come in the knowledge of the doctor at well in time, can be diagnosed. Right. So this is the statistics for from Center for Disease Control, that 50% are the problem for the lifestyle. 50%, it's a big number. If we'll change the lifestyle, probably we are not going to hospital. Biology, 20% only. Environment, 20% only. And healthcare facility is 10%. Right now, 10% is, it's not, I can say, it's not a satisfactory number. Right. If we will change the lifestyle, if we will change our habits, then 50% of the load will be removed from the doctors. But the thing is, when and who will give us alarm that right now you are sitting from the last 2 hours and playing video game on your mobile phone by giving your neck as 60% of the angle. If someone will tell everyone this, definitely the lifestyle issue may be resolved. And here the technology will help the normal people. We have the IoT devices, right? Our systems are working continuously and checking the behavior, your data, right? Your temperature, your heartbeat, and so many things by putting some sensors in your clothes, and it will give an alarm that your heartbeat is not proper. Just go to the doctor. Right? So if this type of devices are coming, then why we shouldn't use that? In fact, everybody is using such type of devices in the countries like US. So what the IoT-based healthcare system, and what will be their applications? Now, just check it out. We have used a word. We have used a word is cloud. Right? What the cloud is basically, right? The cloud is nothing but a computer. It's a computer which is situated somewhere. And what we people are doing, whatever the knowledge I'm getting, I'm sending the data to this cloud. Now this cloud is nothing but a big computer and a big database. That the data is coming from the US, the data is coming from Australia, the data is coming from Canada, the data is coming from India, and all other countries. The data is coming. And what type of data is coming? The data is coming like if the person has cold and he has sore throat and he has some running nose, maybe cold, right? It may give the decision that there may be COVID-19. So this type of data is coming, and after a big number of data is here, then it can process the data and make some programs like this, that if I'm giving the situation to my mobile phones, I have my mobile phones and I am using the cloud services of any healthcare system, right? And I'm telling my mobile phone that I have cold, I have sore throat, my nose is running, my eyes are red, right? I'm not feeling well, my temperature is more than 102 degree, right? And so many things. So what may be happen? So only a simple program will tell me that you may have the COVID-19, right? And you have to go for test. Simple. But there may be a chance the people who have a lot of money, they have only one thing, cold, and just by sneezing, the people will be put to the hospital just for COVID-19 test. It was not required. It was not required. It's just increasing the load, the load of healthcare people. It's not required. Before that, if AI is diagnosing that is it really required the test or not, why we shouldn't use it? So a big database is here, which is called cloud, right? A big computer with the data is stored here with the symptoms. It's a data, and this cloud is directly connected with the internet. Right? The internet is also the devices like your mobile phones, your computer or your medical devices, and the doctors and the other medical aids like the radiologist and the other lab staff. They all are connected with this cloud, and all they are using this data by just checking out that what is the problem. Now this will give an alarm to the ambulance that if the person has cold, he has sore throat, and all the effects, all the symptoms, which is driven by the supercomputer or the artificial intelligence computer, automatically an alarm will go to the ambulance and ambulance will come up automatically. You need not to call anyone. It will reduce the load of the people who are sitting and attending the phone. Like that. So this is the analogy of healthy Internet of Things. And it's an important part to solve medical health problems and also has an important realistic meaning for promoting, developing of the medical industry. This may reduce, I will not say this will reduce, but this may reduce the load of the people who are in the healthcare sector. We all have seen, in fact, the medical system is exposed in the last 2 years to us, right? And with this system now, nobody wants to go to the hospitals for small things. And this is giving business to the IoT-based healthcare systems. Okay, so I will not go in the deep of the cyber physical world, and I just tell you that what the IoT is basically Internet of Things. Internet of Things means all the things are connected with the internet, and when, where, and with what is required, it will come. Right? Nowadays, every computer, every mobile phone, every watch, every car, every truck, and etc., even satellites are connected with the internet. So it's a big space which is called a cyber physical space, cyber physical. All the system are the cyber physical world. In this cyber physical world are connected together. why don't these systems can be used to reduce the load of the people who are really, really required to be free. So what we can do, what the people like me, technician like people, what we could do, we made some sensing elements. We used some sensors and just give it to the people who think they are on the alarming stage, and they are just sitting in their home, and the data of the people, the data of the patient is continuously coming to his doctor. Now, the patient need not to go to the doctor. He has to, even he need not to call to the doctor. The doctor mobile phone has an application which is directly connected with the internet, and the modalities like electrocardiogram sensor, then skin sensor, which is giving the temperature of the body, then blood saturation sensor, motion sensors, and all other sensors are just connected, in fact embedded in the clothes of the patient. Even a patient need not to go for an EEG to any EEG station. The data is available. The brainwave sensor that is giving the data in the form of radio frequency and giving it to the internet, and internet is giving the data to, sending the data on the mobile phone of the doctor, and on the basis of all these inputs, if there's a problem, then doctor is getting the message, right? This is called message handling system, MHS. This is called the message handling system. So this message handling system is automatically driven and totally based on the internet technology. The decision has been taken by the doctor, or this is the wish of the doctor, that the decision has been taken by him. He himself will take the decision, or artificial intelligence will take the decision. Now, artificial intelligence is very, I can say it's a powerful, but artificial is always artificial. It may give the wrong result, but the probability of giving the wrong result is just 0.001%. So the embedded sensors, the wearable sensor, such type of sensors have been given to the patients, and all are communicating with the using internet and sending the data to the doctor. Now, these sensors can be used for the people who have long working time. I'm sitting from the last 3 years, and my Apple Watch is giving is just telling me that your activity from the last 5 hours is very, very less. Even the watch is also telling me that I haven't taken the water from the morning. So why we shouldn't use such type of modalities which can change our lifestyle, right? So these are some things like the device, the sensors have the capability of wearability, that can be wear. It have the long working time. There are very good power backups are available. Then stability, very stable systems. We know that the people who have the heart problem, they have the pacemakers, and we never recommend the devices which is using the GPS signals or any EM signals, right? So we know each and everything, and by taking that all things in our mind, we are working on such type of systems which may relax the healthcare people. Now, here are some common health monitoring services. It's a simple architecture. It's a simple architecture. And the architecture is like this, that this is a person, this person has taken any facility from a doctor, from a big hospital. The hospital is giving giving the subscription and the devices which a person can use to send or receive his data from that particular hospitals, right? So this is a person who have taken the hospital, such devices from the hospital, which may be connected with the Bluetooth, which may be connected with any other type of system like Wi-Fi. This modalities, this type of systems are sending the data continuously to our laptop, to our PDA, to our mobile phone, and this data will be given to the internet. Now, internet is the basic thing: GSM, GPRS, 3G, 4G, even 5G, right? So this becomes a big data now. Now, this is only one person, right? And one person is sending his physiological data of BP of continuous. You just imagine that every 30 seconds that table is changing. Now BP was so, EEG was so, ECG was so. Now just imagine how much big data will be transferred from the internet. And if you think a single person will monitor this data and check out the data accurately, it is not possible. So this data is going to the healthcare services, healthcare management platforms like computer. Now computer will make a pattern. The pattern, and the people who are working on the artificial intelligence algorithms, they are just working on that on this patterns. If the pattern is go on the high side, the alarm will go to healthcare expert service, or it will go to healthcare customer services, right? So this is the basic thing which we can help you out. Okay, so this is the data, this is the service contents which is given by the systems we have, and this is the service, what servicing method we have, like providing 24 remote ECG, blood pressure, blood glucose, blood oxygen type of the data. This is the real-time monitoring services required. That means some sensors should always be on the body of of a patient, and the sensors are connected one ECU. That ECU is again connected with a laptop or a mobile type of system, which is sending the data in the real-time system. Now, this real-time system, it doesn't necessary that a doctor is sitting always on his table and just monitoring the system every time, right? Doctor has a facility that he can check out the data of 24 hours only in 1 minute. And this is just because that computer will make patterns where and when the data is abnormal. So doctor will check out the abnormal things only. He need not to check each and everything at every second, right? Then providing real-time viewing of monitoring abnormalities, short message services can be work on it. So there are so many things. There are so many things which can be taken using these services. And these services are very general. So telephone service, short message service, email service, right? Positioning of the person, right? You just may have seen one thing in the paper cuttings. I've just shown you that an Apple Watch saved a man. How he fell down in a somewhere which was a lonely place. So the Apple Watch give a SOS message on on the number which is stored in that, right? And the person was saved. So these are the services which can be taken from this type of modalities, right? Here's some healthcare monitoring systems like health cyber physical systems, then mobile health monitoring, then wearable computing for health monitoring, health Internet of Things, ambient assisted living, body area network based health monitoring. Now, this is a very common standard. It's body area network based health monitoring, and we people are very uh, concerned with this particular system, with this particular monitoring system, because this is very easy to us to get the knowledge using ban. Right? Ban is nothing, it's just like a IEEE standard 802.15. And one thing is that every watch, either it is Apple Watch or it is any other company's watch, it is one of the best example of body area network. Now, this body area network may be a single watch, or it can be a number of devices, maybe weighed in the neck, on the head, on the foot, in the arms, everywhere. Right? So this will make a smart wearable health monitoring system. Right? Can be used for getting the knowledge of blood pressure and SpO2 or any other thing which is really required. Okay, so I wish that everyone should give a small message on a chat so that I can see that how much people are listening me. Can you people send a small message to me? Is it possible to everyone to send a message? Organizers, please tell me. This is just to check that am I really audible to everyone or not, or just I'm speaking alone in my office. Is it restricted? Okay, getting the message of one person only. And okay, so just found 3 to 4 messages. Right. Okay, so I'm getting the acknowledgement that I'm somewhere I'm audible. So okay, it's not in vain. Right. Right. So let me continue with my healthcare monitoring system. And, these are some communication architecture of exercise promotion devices. We have the technologies like Zigbee, where we need not to use the internet, but we have systems which can be wearable on whole of the body, and it will communicate with our electronic devices, which can be directly given to either GPS or to any of the system, which is directly connected with the internet. Right. So there are some clothes, some modalities, some things, some shoes, in fact, which are nowadays IoT connected, and these can help us out to get the data. Cloud computing is a new type of computing and service mode based on the internet. So this method, pulling hardware and software resources and information, can be supplied to the service requester on a basis of requirement. What is this? Basically, I tell you this very simple way. We have the systems which is based on Microsoft Windows, and suppose I'm using my watch, my smartwatch, which is compatible with Microsoft Windows. I need not to purchase the Microsoft Window because the Microsoft Window is on the cloud computing. And the company which is giving this service, the company has purchased the cloud of Microsoft Office, and that's why the services of the company is somewhere little bit high, of the high rate. So this cloud computing is nothing but it's a computer, it's a big computer, and I cannot purchase each and everything. So what I will do, I will borrow it from the cloud. It is just like listening a song from any of the cloud-based system like Geo7 or Ghana.com or anything. So whatever the information we want, we'll just get we'll just give it to the cloud, and cloud will give the real information to us. Now, this is the example of big data analytics. This is a predictive disease diagnosis using logistic regression. Logistic regression is the mathematical function which is used, which we people are using to take the decision somewhere. That is what may be the next, or what may be the diagnosis of that particular person, which may have this type of symptoms. And now, from where we learn this to be true, from where we learn this, we learn it from the people who are asking questions from the patients to get the knowledge that what is the problem with this patient. So this is just to we get the we just get the knowledge by just asking the question, right? And asking question is nothing but gathering the data from the patients, right? So this is just we have taken one example, and here is a table which is listed a data set of triglyceride, total cholesterol content, high density lipoprotein, right, and low density lipoprotein, and hyper lipemia, whatever it is. This is maybe yes or in the form of yes or no. We know this, that this may be in the form of yes or no. We don't know. Even we don't know what is this. I know about triglyceride because I normally check it for myself because of cholesterol. But the doctor is giving me the data that I have my 14 patients and having these type of this physiological data, and on the basis of that, this is the result. So what I am doing, I am giving a logistic regression formula to this, and I'll come on the decision that if triglyceride is the value is this, the cholesterol value is this, and the high density lipoprotein is this, low density lipoprotein is this, and the another factor is this, then what will be the result? Z will be the result. Right? I'm using a MATLAB here just to program it. You can use it C, you can use it Python, or you can use any of the language just to realize the logistic regression. So I'm not going in the deep of the logistic regression because I am considering that I'm talking with the people who are not concerned with maths. Right, so this is the one more example I have taken from for the diabetic analysis and predictions. And here I have taken the data. The data is here I tell you that this is a very, very small data. The number of samples I have taken is very low. If I'm talking about big data, then the data should be in million. Right. So here I am taking the data of only nine people, 10 people. And this is just because to check out that my program is working or not. Right. So this is sample data I have taken, and this, when I will train my program, my network on the basis of this data, then whenever I'll give the data of million of patients to it, it will give the result within a fraction of seconds. And you just imagine that if there are 100 patients to the doctor can take 2 to 3 days to check all the things. Right. This is one more example of selection of hyperlemia detection methods over medical data. So we'll not go in the deep again. I will just tell you that we have taken the data of the 20 people only, and we have taken on coming on the decision that this disease is here or not. Right. So here, so big data can be applied to predict whether a person is among the high-risk population of a certain chronic disease based on their personal information such as age, gender, prevalence of symptoms, medical history, and the living habits. Every time I have just discussed with you that the living habits is the 50% cause of any issue. If I have a device which is telling me that this habit to be changed, this habit should be changed, then definitely 50% of the load of the doctor will be reduced. And I tell you that if a that IoT-based healthcare devices and modalities, then there may be a chance that you may be saved to go to hospital, and a lot of money can be saved itself. So if you are taking a health watch of 5,000 rupees, and it is giving a reminder to take water, it is giving reminder to run, to take long breaths now. So the 5,000 is nothing. It is saving you to take the medicine. It is saving you to go to the hospital and increase the load of the doctor. So these are some things which I will not discuss with you people. This is somewhere mathematics, and I told you that the mathematics is always a nightmare for the people who are of medical side. So this is the prediction of high risk this disease with 5 machine learning algorithms. We have made it recently, right? And this is the mobile big data for. So we have also we are also working on the mobile big data to check out and to give the alarms to the people who are on the high risk, right? So for that, what we have some algorithms like, we have a domain expert. Domain expert is telling us every day. There may be a session of domain expert. Suppose I have worked on the we have completed a PhD thesis on the breast cancer. So we have taken a lot of time with oncologists. And one more thing, I was not known to that the radiologist has more power. The radiologist is more important than any of the doctor. Doctor cannot do, if you haven't good radiologist, then you cannot do anything. Doctor cannot do anything, in fact. Cancer cell can be developed anytime, anywhere. And is this cancer cell is really significant for your life? Is it required to your body, or it is not required to your body? This is a decision which has to be taken by the radiologist. And I tell you that taking this big decision for every 10 to 20 patients, I guarantee that radiologist is nearly wrong. With my algorithm, which algorithm I have made, and definitely I'll share with with the group, with the organizers. Just take that research paper of me and just read out that where I have observed that radiologists are doing mistakes, and we have taken the inputs, we have taken the symptoms of the person, which is every time which was ignored by the doctors. Every doctor is checking that is there any tumor or not for any cancer. Why we are waiting to why we are waiting to grow a tumor in the body, right? So up to this length, if the person like me who haven't any knowledge about edge of health can do something, then I wish that you all should work on such type of devices which can be helpful for the doctors, so that their load should be good, right? So these are the things that we have taken the domain expert, discussed a lot of things, put the data from his or her database, or from the internet, or from the data mining, by just taking the data of the patients, the history of the patient, then made the patterns, got the knowledge, and finally come on the decision that is this cells which are developing in the body of the human is really going toward making a tumor or not, right? In the COVID-19, I have seen that people are working on the fibrogenesis, and the fibrogenesis is one of the cause of what the COVID-19 was doing. So if at that moment we can work on the cause of a disease and why we cannot work, on the cancer, right? Okay. We are also working on the emotion control healthcare applications. We have some devices. We have image pattern systems which always analyze the face and the other type of body movement of the person, maybe patient. And I'll not say that such type of systems will be used for the patients. We have put the devices in the cars, and the car is always checking out the basic emotions of the driver, and will give the decision that this driver is able to walk to drive the car or not. Right. So this can be used for pilot. This can be used for space engineers, elderly people, sportsmen, etc., etc. Then there are some various data types in providing emotion control services. There may be physical data, there may be the cyber data, there may be social network data also. So we are just checking out the history of the person from his temperature to the message he is putting on the Facebook. And this big data will give the decision that the person is in that type of dilemma and really need a medical assistant or not. Okay, so just a minute, please. Okay. I think we have to stop here. Organizer. Shall we stop here? The time is 3 now. Organizer, please tell me. Shall I continue, or we should stop here? Okay, so let me come on the conclusion of this talk, and after that, the session will be open for you all to ask any question from me, or to discuss your issues, your challenges, or any research type of problem with me on this platform. So I'm coming on the slide of the conclusion, because I'm not going in the deep of the 5G type of systems with you. So this is so I'm concluding it with that we have focused on big data application in the biomedical and healthcare areas. However, the data sets we have tested in the illustrated examples cases are not sufficient large in scale to draw a general conclusion on specific type of data sets or issues. So we must leverage the use of clouds and big data analytics in storing, processing, and mining big data, which changes rapidly in time and space. The clouds, mobiles, IoT, and social networks are changing our world, reshaping human relations, promoting the global economy, and triggering societal and political reforms on a world scale. So those machine learning methods may perform differently if non-medical or non-healthcare databases are processed or tested. Learning, the machine learning and method is more important in general big data science and cloud computing applications. This is my views, in fact, my sites for the artificial intelligence in healthcare systems. So thank you very much for giving me the time. Now the session will be open for any question or discussion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. If any participants want to ask any of the questions, you can ask. If there is any question from any participant, okay. Now, so I would like to request Miss Prerna, she is the coordinator of this program, to give vote of thanks to sir. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing such wonderful thought with us. So many participants benefited your lecture. The presentation on internet and cloud-based technology in healthcare was really subjective and informative. Thank you so much, sir. Now, as token of respect, we want to present your certificate. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I want to thank you all for taking, all the panelists for taking the time from your busy schedule to join us for this program. Thanks to all the participants. You can join tomorrow in morning at 10 a.m. I will share the feedback with same on above lecture.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you all. Thank you very much for bearing me
Okay, thanks.
for half an hour, for full hour, in fact. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
All the participants, the feedback form will be shared with you in the evening. So you have to fill that form, and 80% attendance is mandatory for all. Otherwise, you will not be able to get the certificate of the program. So tomorrow we will again join at 10. So thank you all of you for your participation and support. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.